take notes about what you say that way I don't forget what you were telling me?
Yeah.
Okay. If you want to see any of the notes, you're more than welcome to. I'm just going to write down information that you tell me.
Okay.
First I'm going to ask, what is your last name, Sarah?
Green.
Green. Do you have any nicknames or a name you'd like us to address you as?
Sarah's fine.
Sarah, okay. What is your age?
I'm 70.
70. Okay, when were you born? What year was that?
1946.
Okay. Is there a race that you identify with?
I'm white.
Okay. Do you have a religious preference?
I'm Baptist.
Baptist, do you attend regularly?
Sometimes. Not all the time.
Okay. If you're able to? Yeah, okay.
I usually work on Sundays.
Yeah. All right. Would you consider yourself spiritual?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have an address that we can reach you at?
P.O. Box 388, Birmingham, Ohio, 45679.
Okay. What about a phone number? That way we can get a hold of you for follow-up appointments.
937
Mm-hmm.
386 2222.
Is that a home phone, cell phone?
Yes, it's a home phone.
Home phone, okay. And you say that you work sometimes on Sundays. Where do you work?
I work at Walmart as a greeter.
Okay.
Are all these questions necessary?
Well, these are kind of to get to know you because I haven't met you before. So this is background. This will be information that we'll use in later meetings. So if you have any other questions about it, feel free to ask, okay? Some of these questions, we're going to start back at your mother's pregnancy. If you...
I don't remember much. I mean, my mom hasn't been in the picture for quite a while.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
she hasn't. I think my dad had custody of us when we were 2 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't really seen my mom since then.
Okay. Have you been told anything about the pregnancy? Was it uneventful, traumatic?
I don't think there was any problems or concerns with it.
Okay. Okay. What about your delivery? Do you know if you were full term, premature?
Yes, I was full term to my knowledge.
Okay. Did you have any significant medical problems as a child? No.
Nothing out of the norm.
Okay.
Measles, mumps, chickenpox, nothing out of the norm.
Okay. Did you go to a hospital for that, or did you stay home?
We went to a doctor. We went to a doctor's office for those things.
Okay.
My stepmom took us.
Mm-hmm. Would you say that you were an easy child to raise, or did you kind of test the limits?
No, I'd say I tested the limits.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Okay. Do you have an example of that?
You know, staying out after curfew, the normal things that drive my stepmom crazy.
Okay.
Skipping school.
Yeah. Okay, so did you have a lot of close friendships as a child?
No.
Okay.
No, not at all.
Okay, what were some activities, hobbies?
We like to fish, and we like to camp and go to the park.
Okay. Are those things you still enjoy?
Sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes, occasionally.
Okay.
That's things that me and my husband like to do.
Mm-hmm. How would you describe your childhood?
Eventful.
Mm-hmm. Eventful how?
Well, my dad had been married 3 times, so we had siblings from different marriages and so forth, and really didn't get to see them a whole lot, and my dad was always gone, and my stepmom wasn't very nice.
Okay.
So there was a lot of physical abuse.
Mm-hmm. Okay. your stepmom affected your life now?
I'd say I'd probably try to raise my kids a little better,
Mhm.
try to be more understanding.
Okay. What, okay, so about school, um, what is your highest level of education?
I have a GED.
Okay. What schools did you attend?
Collinwood High School was my last school attended.
Okay. What was school like for you as a child? Was it difficult? Did school come easy to you?
No, school's always been difficult for me. I can remember in the third grade having issues with math and then not really succeeding from that point on in math.
Mhm.
Other things I liked, like science was okay, things like that were okay. Music was okay.
Yeah.
Recess was okay. Spelling was okay, but math was really, really hard for me. Now, what does that have to do with why I'm here?
Well, just kind of getting to a background about how um, your relationships were in school, things that you enjoyed. You say you enjoyed music.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still enjoy music?
I love music. I don't know how people live without it.
Yeah. What kind of music do you enjoy?
Everything, all kinds of stuff. I'm a pretty hip 70-year-old, I guess.
Okay. Did you participate in activities at school, sports?
I tried. I wasn't very good at any sports.
Okay.
I was too short for basketball, although I was on the basketball team because we had to be interracially mixed, and the school I went to was predominantly African American,
Mhm.
so I was the only Caucasian on the team.
Okay.
So,
Did you have close friends?
no, not until I got older.
Okay. Did you serve in the military at all?
No.
Now, you say right now you work at Walmart, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anywhere you worked before that?
Yes, I worked as a nurse aide in a long-term care center.
Okay. Did you enjoy that?
Yes, I did. But it physically wore me out.
Mhm. What kind of responsibilities did you typically have with that?
We bathed the residents, we took care of them, we fed them, we put their laundry up, cleaned their rooms, tried to interact with them because a lot of them don't have family.
Mhm.
So just basically took care of them like you would your children.
Yeah. How long did you do that for?
30 years.
30 years. Okay. And how long have you been at Walmart?
Only for the last 10.
Okay.
I have arthritis, so I had to get off my feet so much and stop moving around so much. Even though they tell you with arthritis you need to move around,
Mhm.
I couldn't do nurse aide work anymore. I couldn't lift anymore.
Okay. What responsibilities do you enjoy doing at Walmart right now?
I like seeing all the people that come in the door, especially the little kids. I get to give them little stickers.
Mhm.
I like kids. I don't have any of my own, but I like them.
Okay. Sounds like you really enjoy working with people.
Sometimes.
Okay. Okay. Do you have friends or close relationships that you're?
I do now that I'm
Sure.
older, yes.
Okay.
I do. I have a handful of really good friends.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are these neighbors, people that you met at work?
One of them is my best friend. Her name's
Mhm.
Susan, and I met when my husband and I moved into an apartment complex,
Mhm.
and I took care of her children while she worked
Okay.
in the evenings.
Mhm. Are you still close with her?
Oh, yes.
Okay. What about close relationships, like a spouse?
Well, as you know, I don't have my spouse anymore.
Mhm.
been gone for probably around 6 months now.
Mhm.
So,
What were things that you two enjoyed doing together?
we like going to the movies and shopping, and
Mhm.
we didn't have any children, so we traveled
Mhm.
when we could, that was. The same things, fishing, hunting, camping, all the stuff we did when I was a kid.
Okay.
So we enjoy that.
Where was your favorite place that you traveled?
Probably Holland.
Yeah.
It was very, very, very pretty.
Why Holland?
Tulips.
Tulips. Okay.
Of course, he liked the cold places. He likes Alaska.
Mhm.
I don't care for that.
What would be a strength about yourself that you like?
Right now, I don't think I have any strengths,
Okay.
except for getting up every morning.
Do you have any weaknesses that you would consider a major factor in your life right now?
I guess lack of coping.
Okay.
I don't cope with things very well anymore. My husband and I were married at a very, very, very young age, so I'm not used to not having him around.
Mhm. What are what would you say are fears that you would be dealing with, or worries?
Well, I need to get better so I can go back to work, because the
Mhm.
money's not going to last very long. Whether or not I'm still going to have insurance when I go back to work, whether or not this hip's going to work right,
Mhm.
and if I'm going to wake up the next morning.
What are some coping strategies? Like how do you deal with those concerns?
Well, the reason I'm here is my doctor's telling me he won't fill any of my medicines anymore.
Mhm.
Says he believes I'm slowly but surely becoming addicted to the pain medicines, and I try to tell him that he was wrong about that. I just use them so that I can sleep at night.
Mhm.
And I really haven't slept well for quite a while now. So I guess I'm here to prove a point
Mhm.
to the doctor. I mean, I don't know how they expect you to deal with grief. Like I said, I don't deal with things very well, especially not this.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I'm 70 years old. I should know whether or not I have any issues with medications.
How often do you take the medications? Is it
Every
whenever
day.
you need, or
Every day. I don't take it unless I need it, but I need it every day.
okay?
It helps me function. It helps me get through the day. It helps me sleep at night. So what do you think? You think I'm addicted to pain medications or over-the-counter medications? What do you think?
Well, I can't really. I don't think I can really speak on whether or not you're addicted. Like I said, I've just met you. Um, that's something that the doctor would kind of have to discuss.
Well, they've got to understand, though. I've been through a lot.
Yeah.
I lost my husband. I have very few people for a support system. Now, I've got this hip.
Mhm.
So they need to take all that stuff into first instinct is to say somebody's addicted to medications.
When you say you don't have a support system, do you have extended family or anyone?
No, I just have a niece.
Okay.
She's the only one really I can count on besides my friends. My friends all still work, are all still busy with their lives and their kids and their families, so I can depend on them, but not for everything I need.
What's your niece's name?
Her name is Lisa.
Lisa. And how does she help you out?
She comes over and tries to do little things to help me out around the house, like different yard work that my husband always did, different odd things. I mean, I never really done things like hung the pictures. I always gave the orders on where they were supposed to hang, but I never was, I didn't do anything like that. I never was that type of person. So, if I've got stuff that needs to be fixed or hung, or something that needs to be tacked down or taken up or oil changed, so I always have to call her and her husband. So, and they're good people. They're busy with their lives and their family, so I don't want to bother them too much.
Are they local?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that sounds like a good a support that you have. They're willing to help you.
They are, but like I said, I don't want to. They have their own lives.
Yeah. Okay. What would you say is your most difficult accomplishment?
Surviving the last 6 months.
Yeah. So if I were to ask the most painful event in your life?
Passing of my spouse.
Yeah. How did you manage that? You said you're still grieving. How does that look?
We were fairly religious people, so I never expected him to take his own life. So that was a shock all in itself. But the fact that he's no longer here, and the fact that I didn't know, he never shared with me. He never kept anything from me, but he never shared with me that he had a diagnosis of cancer. I only found that out afterwards, and that's just by sifting through papers. So he never shared that. So I don't know how you can spend your entire life with someone and they don't share. They don't share that final piece of information.
So was this kind of sudden for you? You didn't know he was sick?
No.
Okay.
He hadn't been diagnosed very long before he did that, from the looks of the dates on the paperwork. So I don't know why he didn't choose to go through treatment, why he did what he did. I just don't understand any of that. It was almost like a different person. Somebody didn't share with you.
So have you been going back to work since then?
I have, off and on, trying to. That's the only thing that gets me through the day really is work, but now my hip is just too painful with having hip surgery. I can't work now. At least not for a while.
Do you plan on going back to work?
Yes,
when
I
you go
do.
through all your therapy?
Yes.
Okay. How has your employment been with working with you as your new mom?
They've been pretty good. I've been reprimanded a couple times for zoning out, I guess, instead of meeting the guests like I should. So not a harsh reprimand, just okay, you need to pick up the pace here a little bit. You need to put a smile on if you can. I know it's hard, but other than that, they've been working pretty good with me for the most part. I just don't know how much longer they're going to put up with me.
What if there was one thing that you could situation right now, what would that be?
I'd have my husband back.
Yeah, okay. Alright, so you mentioned your niece
Mhm.
and that she has her family too.
Mhm.
Um,
She has 3 children, 3 little boys,
okay.
and they're pretty much stair-step, 2, 3, and 4.
Mhm.
But I don't think she wants them around me so much either, since I've not been in the best of moods, or
Okay.
I think she's afraid that I won't be happy when they're around, which I've been there since they've been born, so
Has she said something to make you think this?
yes, a little bit.
Okay.
Like making excuses a little bit here and there because for whatever reason, but I'm smart enough to figure that much out, and I know it's a fact, but
Okay. How would you describe your relationship with her when she was younger? Were you part of her life
oh
earlier?
yeah, her mother and I were very, very, very close. Her mother was my sister,
Mhm.
and there wasn't any place that all 3 of us didn't go together. I was around for her first haircut, her first dance,
Mhm.
all that, just like her mom was.
Okay.
So I'd say we had a really, really good relationship.
Did you help raise her? Or
I don't know if I
just
say
nearby?
help raise her. I was just there,
Okay.
involved and just there.
Okay. What about with her spouse?
She's a really good husband.
Yeah.
He takes really good care of her. She really doesn't have to work, but she volunteers 2 days a week at the hospital.
Mhm.
And then she works at a doctor's office in a pediatric unit, sometimes in the evenings.
Mhm.
But her life is her children. She doesn't have a whole lot of free time.
Okay. And you talked about that your father was remarried
Mhm.
and about some physical abuse.
That came from my stepmother.
Stepmother, okay.
Mhm. And my uncle.
How, and you said your father was married a couple of times? Is that correct?
The first time he was married, I wasn't around. Then the second time was my mother.
Okay.
And then the third time was my stepmother. So I have siblings from, I have a sibling from the first relationship that I don't know.
Mhm.
And then there's my sister and myself from his relationship with my mother. And then 3 other siblings from my stepmother.
Okay.
So
Your sister, or is she still living?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No, she's passed away.
What about children from the third marriage?
Yeah, they're all 3. I don't have much contact. I only have contact with one of them.
Okay.
There was a lot of sibling, well, I don't know, sibling rivalry, sibling jealousy, whatever you
Mhm.
want to call it, growing up. So I only have contact with the middle one of them.
Okay. What was your father's relationship with your mother?
Well, I don't know the whole story. I know that they were divorced after, I think, 3.5 years, and my dad ended up with custody of us. So I never got the whole story from either one.
Mhm.
So I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I know what I was told. Both of them like to kind of bash each other, but I didn't have a whole lot of interaction with my mom.
Okay. After the divorce, did you have contact with your mother?
Probably about 3 times, 4 times, no was it.
Okay. What about with your father's relationship with your stepmother?
Volatile.
Okay.
Not toward her, but she never had any children, so she made it very difficult. I mean, she didn't know how to raise kids. I mean, I don't know. She had siblings, but
Mhm.
she really didn't know how to raise kids, and it was a typical, these are my kids, so her children came first, my siblings came first, and the rest of us were secondary.
Mhm.
So, and it was volatile. They got into arguments all the time related to that.
Okay.
But it wasn't because my dad defending either us. It was because she was always thought he favored us, but he didn't.
Alright. How would you describe your family's socioeconomic status when you were a child?
Say we were poor,
Okay.
but we weren't well off. I mean, all of us kids were hand-me-downs.
Mhm.
We did a lot of garage sales and yard sales and stuff like that. But, I mean, I don't know, we just didn't get everything we wanted,
Okay.
or even everything we needed, but I couldn't say we were poor.
Okay. Were there any stressful events that you would point out about your childhood? You mentioned physical abuse.
Lots of them. I mean, back then it was okay to spank your kids.
Mhm.
Nowadays you can't really lay a hand on your kids, but the physical abuse was it was either switches or belts or hairbrushes or what have you.
Mhm.
So that was pretty prevalent, and that was a week-to-week basis, sometimes a daily basis, or standing in the corner from 6 o'clock in the morning until 8 o'clock in the evening. That was pretty rough.
Okay. What about your father? Was he employed?
Mhm. Yeah,
Is
he
that
was
steady?
It was. I mean, a couple times they were on strike, but he had to quit work when he was relatively young from his issues that he had.
Mhm.
I mean, he always had chronic back issues, chronic migraines, stuff like that. So, I think he worked all of his life, but I think he was the baby of his family, though. So he was spoiled, I think.
Okay. If you were to wrap up your childhood in like a couple phrases, how would you describe your childhood?
Not good and tumultuous.
Alright, so it sounds like you have some of the supports that you were talking about earlier. Be like your niece sounds like a pretty big support. She does, she is busy. Sounds like she does keep busy, but
You
she's
can't intrude upon your family, though, too much.
Yeah.
I mean, you really shouldn't, but
But it sounds like she's reaching out to you too.
she is.
Yeah. Okay. And your employer sounds very willing to work with you for being in rehab for a while, for therapy.
I hope so.
Yeah.
You know how those big chain places are.
I think another form of support that you have would be your best friend. Is it Sue?
Susan.
Susan?
Mhm.
Yeah. She sounds like she's a good friend.
She is. You just, like I said, when you don't have your husband and you used to going around as couples,
Mhm.
it's not the same.
Okay.
You feel like the third wheel.
Mhm. Okay. Well, like we're going to need to wrap up for now.
Mhm.
Is there any questions you have?
So when you get done with all this,
Mm-hmm.
what do you do with it?
Well, I mean, like I said earlier, this is just so I can get to know you better. You've identified a couple things that we can talk about in our next session next week when you come back. For example, your childhood. It sounds like that's something that plays a pretty major role in your life now. And
So does my doctor see any of this?
this is confidential. What you say here is confidential. The only times that will be broken is if you say anything to harm yourself, that I feel like you might harm yourself or anyone else. So I'm not gonna go talk to your niece about what you said, okay?
Okay.
It also sounds like you're still grieving your husband,
Mhm.
which I understand.
Have you lost your husband?
No,
No, you
but
don't understand.
I can't understand your pain from personal experience. But I can understand loss. Is there anything else that you'd like to bring up that maybe we can talk about next week, or?
No, not really.
Okay. If you think of anything that you have questions, if you write them down, you can bring in a list of questions for next week. Anything you want to talk about, questions from me, whatever you have.
Okay.
And I have your address here and a phone number you said I can reach you at
Mhm.
to set up for next week. Okay?
Okay.
Alright. Well, it was nice meeting you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Alright, and you have a good week, alright?